Well, g'day and welcome back. So this week we are going to go through the beginnings of our structure and setup for Valory the Bard, or Valory, depending on how you pronounce it. We've already, wow, I'm really liking the way that light's coming through the trees there, huh? Look at that. We've already set up, if you haven't actually caught up with this build or my build series at all, we've already sort of set up some of the space here. What we did is when we were initially setting up the space for the blacksmith here, when we set his little space up, I was initially going to have space going sort of back, further down the back of the mountain, but I ended up sort of changing it around and making it towards the front here. So I've just sort of, just for, you know, the purposes of getting backwards and forwards, removed some of this wall temporarily, and just to kind of get a bit more of a sight line on where I am, and also when I go back and forwards for parts and building things and whatnot as well. Just remove this wall temporarily. So what we did is we set up this here. We also set up a little sort of separate room that came through to here. And also through to here. And this was going to be, I don't know, maybe a dining area, maybe a kitchen, something like that. I haven't sort of decided what all the spaces are going to be as yet. But what I've done extra is I've now sort of dug through here, heading towards this wall. And that is going to serve as a entry point from what's going to be the stall down underneath. And what we've also got is coming from, and I'm trying to get, again, like I've done for all of my residences, sort of trying to provide multi-layered, multiple ways of getting to different places and whatnot. So this is going to be a little entryway, and this will be the back of the shop here. I'm not actually sure how much I'll make, how big I'll make the shop. Probably only maybe even to about here, really. I might just have sort of a bench there, and I don't know what behind there. I'll work it out. Not really sure as yet, because if you sort of have a look at what Valory the Bard does, she does like the cosmetic outfit, and you can't actually display that anywhere, but the only thing you can display is banners. And like a lot of these banners are sort of, you know, that size there, but also you've got the these ones here, which are just gigantic, so it's not like you can actually sort of display them. This one here probably could, but it's not like you can actually sort of, you know, display them anywhere. So it's going to be an interesting little exercise. You know, these ones here, they're not so bad. You could probably sort of display them, and you know, that one there as well. You could probably sort of dig a hole, you know, 6 or 8 blocks down and display it at something near eye height sort of thing in the shop here. So I don't exactly know how I'm going to work it out. I was thinking possibly I'll display some of the banners down here, because in having a look at the way I've set up the town centre and sort of views through to the mountains and whatnot, there's only sort of just that little glimpse through to the tower down there that I'm only sort of really concerned about, and you can sort of see it in between this gap here, and you know, you get little kind of glimpses of it from here, and there as well. So I guess from around about sort of here onwards to the wall, I wouldn't be too concerned with blocking. The other thing I could possibly do is just remove a few of these trees and maybe put some of the banners down here. Again, I haven't worked it out yet, so... And the other thing I was possibly toying with is having a really large, because we have the depth, so it doesn't matter, having a really, really large and really deep cutout section down here, but the thing is, and that was why I put this door here, sort of, I was possibly thinking of having a, you know, an entry from the store you could come down, but it's going to require a heck of a lot of stairs getting down, because if I cut, I don't know, 16 blocks down there, I've got to then have a big lot of stairs to get into there. It's going to be a bit of a pain in the butt. I don't know, I guess I'll just work it out as I go, but that's what I've done thus far. And the block that we went with was the weathered stone block for the floor. I had a look at it and it sort of matches the stone here quite well, and I haven't used it in any of the other blocks yet. And what the general gist of what we're going with so far is I'll probably just have this area here as, hypothetically of course, as with all of it, that this will be where Valory hangs out and has a little jam with everybody and plays instruments and stuff, you know. That's the general gist, and then once she's sort of finished in the store, she can go up here and then rock on into her residence, which will be sort of, you know, kitchen and dual outdoor dining area there sort of thing. And then I think I'll still go with the plan of her bedroom being sort of out here, because this is a prime spot, gets really great views. And there's plenty of space to sort of do a lot of cool stuff, and I sort of dug a little hutch out in the wall there as well, so I want to kind of utilize that. And then I'm not really sure what I'll do with this space here as yet, haven't quite worked that out, but there's a lot of sort of just digging out that I've done, and it's a little bit of a pain in the butt trying to kind of get right, but we'll work it out. The other thing I sort of did as well, coming sort of downstairs from this little downstairs area here as well, is I dug up through to my sort of outdoor kitchen lounge area here as well. So I planned on sort of putting some stairs down here to, and probably a door, big sort of double door or something there coming into this display area as well. And again, I sort of haven't really worked this out. What usually happens with these builds is I just kind of stuff around with them, and suddenly I just kind of go like, oh yeah, I think I'll just have that there. And then that's what happens. So I don't know, I'll work it out as I go. But we've made a start anyway. With similar to what we had sort of up here with the blacksmith residence, I think it'll just kind of sprawl, kind of coming back along the wall here. You know, I'm trying to sort of just make the spaces interesting rather than just kind of having like, you know, a bedroom joining into another bedroom. I might even kind of have like a little bit of a path from out here going to the outdoor dining. I don't know, who knows. I'll work it out as I go. I'll bugger eyes around with it. But as you can see there, that's the outside of my build range. And as we were looking at before, from where we started from, and you can see right over the other side there, I've still got a build range that goes actually probably about 16 blocks behind that back wall that's directly above my head there. So I've got a really big build range here. So it's not like I'm wanting for space, and we've got a really big build range down. So it's just that I'm sort of, I guess, sort of trying to take into consideration that, you know, the original goal of what we were doing with this whole space here was to have an easily accessible kind of area and shop system within the marketplace here, which, you know, I've still got to kind of finish off this central area. And also, you know, you can get up to go to the waterfall and the Botanic Gardens, which is up the top there. So I don't want to kind of have, you know, too much of a mission to get downstairs to other little sections in the shop, but we'll work it out. Alright, well, yeah, that's basically it anyway. I just wanted to sort of give a bit of a quick little kind of roundup on where I'm at with the residence for Valory. And next time we catch up, we'll catch up and do an update video on everything else. Alright, well, once again, thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time on Ready Player One.